Welcome back to the first ever look at Total War Pharaoh, the new historical title coming from the Creative Assembly made by their sub-studio CA Sofia. The next battle they have for us to look at that highlights the new systems in play here is Bronze and Thunder, where you play as the upcoming Pharaoh Ramses III and try to protect the borders of Egypt by crushing Suppiluliuma's Hittite warriors amidst a thunderous storm. Suppiluliuma. That is a historical name that I'm sure I butchered. But it lets us know that we're not just going to be playing Egyptians in this game, we'll also be facing off against the Hittites. Now there is going to be some audio at the start, so I'm going to stop talking to let that play.
Much blood has been shed for this title, and nobody is more deserving of the Pharaoh's crown than you, especially not outsiders. These Hittites have sailed far and gather at your borders, waiting for the right moment to strike and take your head. But a pharaoh does not wait. A pharaoh acts. And so you will meet these invaders with bronze and blood before they take a single step further into Egyptian land. Your land. These are the troops who believe in your cause, in your divinity, and they will die for their pharaoh. Some you will recognize. They stood with you as you struck down Seti. But your new title has attracted fresh faces. These Upper Egyptian mace axe warriors from Waset are better armored and well trained, ready to fight in your name. Do not forget that their armor will slowly break in the melee, so use them to defend your most vital positions. And swiftly destroy any armor that your opponent flaunts. Watch for enemy attempts to draw these heavier troops into the mud. Their weighty armor will limit their capabilities there. While the scouts have informed you that the rain will be light, you know better. You have foreseen that the gods themselves will come to watch you smite the invaders. Their righteous thunder will strike as you swat them down. Be careful not to lose yourself in zealous fury, and remember that everyone on the battlefield will fear the wrath of the gods. Use your abilities to calm your troops' nerves when they waver. Specialists in ranged combat will find it harder to pick out distant targets, but perhaps if we were to utilize their flaming arrows, then already trembling foes will flee in terror. These invaders will be driven back today. The Pharaoh demands it.
Now, like last time, this is probably not the end advisor for the game. This is something that's been set up specifically for the press build explaining the systems going on here. You'll notice just how dynamic this map is, and when I spoke to the developers, that is something that they took from Total War Troy that people really enjoyed. People didn't want the same old flat maps. They wanted something unique and weird looking every time, like terrain you're actually going to encounter in the real world. The increased importance of boggy ground versus sandy ground really comes into play with things like chariots, and you'll notice that Ramses here is on light bow chariots. So we can't exactly charge them in and do crazy stuff the whole time, but they can be very useful for flanking and helping take out Suppiluliuma's archers himself. Now, I know from a previous battle that this marshy ground is going to be critical to hold, so we're going to get our mace axe warriors, bring them over here, and which one was it? Was it mace axe warriors or was it another guy? Who was it? The super heavy guys. That's them. Axe bodyguards. That's what I want to bring over here. So let's put one of each. And our axe bodyguards, we're going to switch over so that they aren't just bodyguards. These are now guys wielding great big axes, right? Because we're not going to have to worry so much about holding. We're going to let the other guys here do that for us. And there we go. And unit switching is something that obviously has come back from Total War Troy. Great feature there, and I'm glad to see it return, because this is from the same developers, CA Sofia, who made Troy, so a lot of that technology has been brought over here, and in my opinion, refined in a lot of cases. And we are going to just, spear brace formation. That's going to be extremely useful, I suspect, because they had chariots. Okay. Right, yeah, they're coming on the right. Let's put ourselves in there and maybe bring one over there as well. You'll see it says mud, and its melee defense for medium infantry goes down, and charge speed goes down, and speed goes down, and that's just, we want to put them right at the edge of that mud there, if we can, right? We want to have them where they're just out of range, and they're not getting smacked the whole time. Everybody else... Alright, let's just have you guys start advancing, because I don't know what else to do with you at the moment. Group you together, lock it, and walk forward, guys. Here we go. You'll notice we're getting hit with archers, but there's not a lot that's going to happen right now, just because of the way that this whole rain is hitting us. Alright, he's coming through. Do we have a spear brace option? I think there's a spear brace option. Alright, brace for impact, boys. And... spear wall formation right here, same thing. Let's just try hem him in, see if we can do that. Yeah, here they come. Let's put them right behind it there. That way they're forced to run into our spears first. Alright, Hittite spearmen, have our swordsmen fight spearmen. This should win that every time. Alrighty, oof. Okay, we're getting hit there. They're clearly trying to flank us. We don't want that. Let's bring some spears out to the side. There's some good javelins right here, which are good against chariots and heavily armored foes. Pharaoh, come up here, start doing your thing. Toggle fire at will, toggle skirmish. Hate to do it that way. Right here. All my archers concentrate on hitting down their chariot. And let's see how this works. Oh, they're braced. Good. So you'll notice it did not do a whole heck of a lot right there. That's the advantage of being braced. Alright, guys, let's drop the formation and get in there. Because they didn't attack you. Can't run back through the mud, can you? So those heavy spear chariots, obviously, are just brutal to fight against, normally on the open field. So I'm glad that they were over on the side here, because it definitely made it where they were a heck of a lot less effective. Alright, guys, sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of staying on top of that. Let's spin you around. Alright, what do we got here? It seems like everybody's stuck in. Good. Ooh, that is archers. They shouldn't be up there. Archers shouldn't be there, let's just be honest. Back those archers out. They're useless right there. Okay. Doing pretty good still. Everybody's hacking away. That's what I like to see. You guys are staying at the chariots. Good stuff. Axe bodyguards. They're going to hold Superluliuma right there while this is happening. Okay. I need to get my Pharaoh and do something more aggressive with him, because this is not happening currently. Alright, take aim. Accuracy, missile damage, but reload time. Great. Okay, yep. So we are going to toggle melee mode and get our butts over there, because I don't want to keep getting peppered by that the entire time. Alright, you guys, get over here. We got to start hitting them with our range stuff, or we are not going to make it through this battle. Alright, yeah. I know you're scattered at the winds, guys. It sucks. I get it. Not fun. Okay, come on. No. Oh, man, please don't get caught by their chariots. Those heavy war chariots would screw us up. But our chariots are faster. That's right. And we can skirmish. You see it right there. They're smacking them as we go. So they get firing arcs because there's a driver and a shooter. And every couple seconds, they're just tapping those guys with some... Let's charge right in here. Let's see what this does. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Come on, same thing right here. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Right through them. So, obviously not heavy chariots here. These are light chariots, so it's not quite as effective. But we still managed to cause some havoc, which is what we wanted. Alright, I need you to back up. Get their chariots. Their chariots are stuck. Come on. Get through, get through, get through, get through. Sorry. Probably should be doing better commentary. Right, so Ramses probably needs some inspiring abilities right here. Let's make all these people a little happier to be fighting. Good stuff. Everybody pile in on those heavy chariots, because we don't want them running around that battlefield if we can avoid it. You guys, start wrapping them up right here. Good stuff. Get in there. If we can do that, good. Yeah, looks like we're all good on the left flank. Alright, let's start wrapping it around. Alright, and let's start bringing our Pharaoh around again for a second pass. Yep, everybody start plinking away at him there. Yep. How are we doing down here? Still holding it? Still holding it. Good job, boys. And we'll start to come around behind them in a moment. Let's start getting all these guys and moving them up here. All right, ready? And toggle melee mode. Yep. Let's go ahead and whack all these guys and get them out of the way. Actually, let's just charge them right into it all here. Let's see if that causes a mass rout. It should. Good. Everything's starting to go our way. Oh. Pharaoh doesn't like just all these people. They can't get a good charge off is what's happening here. Ooh, pretty good though. Get him back out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That nice mass route. That's the good stuff right there. Alright. Alright everybody. Dog pile. Dog pile. Right there. Yeah, everybody's routing right now. This is not... Typically you don't want to take chariots into trees. They like nice, flat, open areas, which, surprise, Egypt has a lot of, which is why chariot warfare was dominant for so long here. But we don't have a lot of choice because they're fighting down this bog right here. Alright, you guys need a little more help over here, it looks like, so let's take care of that. Shoot these guys before they get close. Got a lot of heavy guys right here still holding on. Alright, man, what do we got? Alright, everybody, get in here. Ruin Supaluliyuma's day. Alright, can we throw some arrows into those javelin guys? That should be all it needs to help out right there. And even though it's rainy weather, I'm actually not sure if we can use flaming shot in rainy weather. Yes, but the ground doesn't catch fire because it's wet. I mean, that makes sense. So we just want them to rout right there. That's our main concern. Right. Okay, good. Everybody looking good. Everybody's getting out of there again. Great. Let's finish doing this. All right. You guys need to knock it off. I hate those little random archer guys. But that's why we got light chariots, right? Let's go ruin their day. Oh, our own guys are running. Hold on. I need you guys back in the fight there. So if you can kindly get some morale back, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, come on. Shoot him in the butts. Shoot him in the butts. Alright, man. This is... I think we lost that fight over there. It's alright. Here we go. Gentlemen, we need to... Come on. Great. They're routing. Bring those guys in there. Come on. Toggle off the melee mode so we can keep moving. That's the thing about chariots like this. Like, he's very useful in the fight. You know, we're not losing too many men, but we definitely got to keep him bringing around here. There it goes. Finally running. Alright, folks. I don't really want to let him out of here. Supaluliyuma. It feels like it's a bad idea waiting to happen here. So if we can get closer... let me do this. Let me bring him around this way. Because we want him to be firing, but not... Victory is close enough to taste. Yeah, I hope so. Alright, so let's just maneuver him around the edges so he can keep firing, but not get stuck in the melee. There it goes. And Supaluliyuma finally broke. Held there that whole time by the world's greatest heavy infantries. That was great. Or medium. Oh, yeah, they're heavy. It says right there, heavy. But I didn't want him to advance. I didn't want him to fall back. I just wanted to hold him right there. And they did it right against that bog that whole time. And, you know, his whole army never got around that flank. Again, using terrain. Very cool to see terrain seeing such a, at least in these demonstration battles, to be such an interesting part of how these battles are playing out. And you can see why chariots, while dominant, also sort of limited in their capabilities. And that's interesting to play around, right? You know, we got bogged down in mud over here very quickly as they did, so we had to stay in this open area to keep these being useful. Now I could take on their lighter stuff, but they can't take on heavy stuff. It's very indicative of the actual battles of the Bronze Age, and there's a lot of thought that clearly went into this and making this feel like a Bronze Age battle. All right, that was cool. That was awesome. All right, so the third battle that they have is on demonstration here is a siege battle, and it takes full advantage of the new fire system. Fire that can spread, and spread from wind, and burn things, and be used against enemies. And you'll notice something they said here was there's armor. Troops have an armor level now. Armor actually gets broken over the course of a battle. It didn't come in as much here, but basically it keeps heavy infantry from being just so dominant over the course of a battle. And fire is an interesting way of getting around it, and that's what they really focus on in the next little battle they have. So, Cadmean Victory, this is actually what I got here last time as well. There's something about this battle that's, you know, they're just such heavy guys, and they're really tough to fight against because of that. And that's one reason that the developer said they put the armor system in here, is to keep these heavy infantry-focused factions from just dominating the map. But let's see how they did. And you should see that Sir Supululioma just actually didn't get as many kills, but his heavy armored spearmen clearly did. Jeez, look at that. Now, by the same token, my guys that were heavy armored also got stinking huge kills. And that's one of the reasons, like I said, that armor system is in the game to keep them from being so dominant. Because bronze, while obviously the metal of choice for the period, was kind of crap, let's be honest. I mean, swords are very known to break during the course of battle, and armor hit once, 2, 3 times does chip away and become basically useless. So the idea that a unit degrades the longer they fight in this period, I like it. I mean, it's definitely reflecting a reality of what's happening there and trying to find a way of expressing that, which is very cool. All right, next battle should be up on your screen, and that is the siege battle, and I'll join you there, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.